Okay, guys, welcome to Splitty and Myrtle Comedy. Please welcome to the stage the very funny Greg Johnson. Let him know!
What's up, everybody? How's it going tonight? Good? Give yourselves a round of applause, Brooklyn. Thank you for coming out to Splitty tonight. We got a great lineup for you, as usual. Happy to see friendly faces here. My name is Greg Johnson. I recently rented my first car. Yeah, hold your applause, please. They won't let kids under 25 rent cars. Me and my roommates, we were 24, we wanted to go on a road trip. They wouldn't let us rent a car, but you know what they let us rent instead? An RV. Which is like they got it all backwards at the meeting or whatever when they were making up the rules. They were like, I don't know if these kids can handle the Kia Sportage over here. But let's see what they can do with these 60-foot monster trucks we got parked out back. I live in Park Slope. Thank you. There's a lot of dog walkers in my neighborhood. They get really upset if you guess the wrong gender of their dog. Like as if I'd have any way of knowing what gender a dog is by looking at it like right off the bat. Like you'd have to be wearing a tap-out t-shirt and a cup for me to be like, oh, what's up, dude? I go up to this woman, I go, oh my God, you have a beautiful dog. What's his name? And she goes, her name is Jeremy! I was like, sorry, ma'am. And she goes, I'm a dude! We've all lived in New York City a long time. You guys, I never get starstruck. But recently in Union Square, I saw the Cash Cab. Good night! What I don't understand is some people know they're getting in the Cash Cab to win cash and prizes, but they still only ask to go like 10 blocks. Like, yo, if I knew I was getting in the Cash Cab, I'd be like, yeah, hey, what's up? We're making 2 stops? We're gonna pick up my cousin in Perth Amboy, New Jersey? And we're going to the Panama Canal. Yeah, you know the way, right? Yeah, you know it. I get stuff in the mail all the time from the Army, trying to recruit me for the Army, which is like a joke in and of itself. Because, I mean, look at me, right? I'm afraid of bees. And I still get this thing in the mail all the time that says, Dear Gregory, and it has a picture on it, and it says, join the Army now and get this free gym bag. And there's a picture of the gym bag on it. Like I'm gonna be like, oh, sweet! Yo, I could put all my stuff in that gym bag! 6 weeks later, I'm in a chopper over coon dunes. And some Sarge is like, get in there, you maggots, and kill! And I'm in the back like, when do we get the gym bags? I hate when people say, I wouldn't wish that on my own worst enemy. I have a friend, she goes, oh my God, Greg, I got 2 parking tickets this weekend. I wouldn't wish that on my own worst enemy. I'm like, Carol, I have a hard time believing you wouldn't wish 2 parking tickets on the man who murdered your husband. That one's real. When I was growing up, my grandma always used to say, Greg, never bite the hand that feeds you. I'm like, yeah, hey grandma, how about never bite hands? I was at my subway stop and there was a cube wrapped in a trash bag. And I was like, I'm walking away from that. And some woman goes, I got it. And she starts lifting it up the stairs to bring it to like the attendant or whatever. I was like, be careful there. She goes, nah, you know what? I felt it. It just feels like a stereo. And it's wrapped in like duct tape. I'm like, yeah, that's a bomb. Like, you just described a bomb. She's like, yeah, it's kind of like ticking and hissing a little bit. The stereo kind of smells like smoke. I was like, good luck with that. And I got on the next G train and was out of there. It's the most comfortable I've ever felt on getting on a G train and getting a frick out of Dodge. Good stuff. Is it me or whenever speaking of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, whenever I hear the Red Hot Chili Peppers, all I can hear is the lead singer, Anthony Kiedis. It sounds to me like he has a lisp. Like all their songs just sound like, God, taste you that I with you so Catholic with the no way up. Sometimes I feel like City of Angels. Fuck my kids! You guys are a great crowd. Thank you very much for being here. My name is Frank Nelson. Yeah. Keep it going for yourselves, please. Yeah. This guy has written for The New Yorker. He does cartoons for them. He's just an amazing personality, a great comic from Brooklyn. Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you would, give him a big round of applause. Very happy to have him here. Ladies and gentlemen, Erik Bergstrom. Erik!
Let's hear it for Greg. Do you guys have the same stepdad as me? Any of you? Parents say cheesy things. My stepdad used to say, Erik, you make a better door than a window. Which is weird, because he also said I'd never be part of his home. And my mom used to say, Erik, I brought you into this world, I can take you out of it. I just hope it's not the same route. Because if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. That's how I know that moms are racist. Gotta believe me. You ever have somebody walk in on you in a public restroom? Yeah? Oh, that can be tense. You know, whether the door doesn't latch or whatever. But here's what you could say to relieve the tension if somebody walks in on you in a public restroom. Good, you're hired. You got my email. I like beer. You guys drinking? Yeah. You drinking? I read this. I read that getting blackout drunk is actually good for you. After I wrote it down. You know, because life is like a box of wine. You'll probably finish it alone. You ever drink alone? Good question for a group. Like drinking. Some people think that it's pathetic if you drink alone, but at least then, when you wake up, you know who drew a dick on your forehead. Gotcha. Tried to make butterscotch. Apparently it takes more than those 2 ingredients. Still delicious. Yum. It's weird. It's weird that if you get paid to kill someone, that's blood money. But if you sell your blood, that's beer money. It's also weird that going postal is so much more violent than going commando. Did you guys know that in Times Square, there is a haunted house? It's open year-round called Times Scare. Real original naming. I went on a date there. By far the scariest thing in this haunted house was watching Theater Major's dreams die. But the date was okay. The girl, she's invited me to a murder mystery bed and breakfast. Have you guys seen these at all? This one's in Pennsylvania. According to the website, what you do is you go and you spend 2 nights, and while there you have the option of participating in a murder mystery or not. Which means that you're surrounded by strangers, and any one of them could be the murderer. Except for Steve. He's just hanging out. Do you know the store American Apparel was originally named Neon Camel Toe? You know, the movie Back to the Future was originally titled Cock Blocking My Dad. Do you know that when old Irishmen die, their eyebrows run off and become squirrels? Did you know that whoever is the fattest man in New Jersey is automatically the governor of New Jersey? True facts. More about me. I look like this. I look like a goth tennis player. Or like Dr. Seuss drew depression. Like a boy band drifter. But I think I'm actually healthier than my friends my age, just from never playing sports. You're like, strong knees from years of playing Magic the Gathering. Real sturdy. My favorite season is indoors. Love that. And I said my age, I'm almost 30. I'm 31. It's going okay. I don't know. I have a deep voice. It's weird that I have this voice and that Mike Tyson has his. After shows, sometimes people come up to me and they're like, hey, that was great. You should do voiceover work. Which is very nice. But that's like hearing, hey, that was great. But it'd be even better if I couldn't see you. Puss and Boots. Sounds like a hobo's wish list. I think, you know how they have like different themed monopolies, like Simpsons Monopoly and Star Wars Monopoly? I think that they should have Beauty and the Beast Clue, where all of the objects feel guilty for being used as murder weapons. You know what I mean? Oh, you're on board. I like that. You guys big, I see, okay. You guys big Insane Clown Posse fans? Good. I can still read a room. Good. I asked, this guy dropped a little while ago, but the Insane Clown Posse, they were suing the FBI because the FBI labeled them as a gang. Come on. When are white guys dressed as black guys dressed as clowns gonna catch a break? The thing about the Insane Clown Posse is that there's no such thing as a sane clown posse. I saw an interview with the Insane Clown Posse where they said they do not do drugs. That's almost worse. That means that they were sober when they sat down and thought, hey, let's start a band that looks like Kiss had a baby with Guy Fieri. And it was so. Greg was talking about tattoos. Why is it that neck tattoos are always in cursive? Oh yeah, it was the font that wasn't classy. You guys have neck tattoos? You guys have plastic surgery? You guys have private things you don't want to talk about? I don't understand plastic surgery. It always makes people look younger, but not like they looked when they were young. They always look like the same shaved cat. More about good times. I'm an uncle. I like being an uncle. Oh, why, thank you. Yeah. Nah, I don't think that one was sincere. No, but I'm an uncle. I like being an uncle. Being an uncle is a lot like being a deadbeat dad that people are actually proud of. Like, oh, you're drunk? I haven't seen you for years. Keep it up. But here's a tip. When it comes to calming kids down about monsters, skeletons are the only ones you cannot say aren't real. The best you could do is say, there's one inside you. Right now. No, don't drink milk. That will make it stronger. I'm an uncle. 2 nieces, 2 nephews. Was it my little sister, 4 kids, 2 different deadbeat dads. Both of them had gone to jail for dealing meth and making it. But on the bright side, one looks like Barry Manilow and the other one looks like Charles Manson with Snoop Dogg's hair. Real win-win. Weird part of this is I had my little sister's name is Siri, like the iPhone application. So like, I can hear somebody walking down the street talking to their phone. It'll sound like somebody's bossing my sister around. That's weird. Even stranger, her oldest daughter is 12. So my little sister had her when she was 16. Whatever. And, you know, when you're 16 and you have a baby, what else do you do but name it after an Egyptian fertility goddess, which 10 years later turns out to be the name of a terrorist group. So I have a 12-year-old niece named Isis. Which is real weird when I go on to CNN.com, read a headline and think, oh, my 12-year-old niece beheaded another Japanese man. Well, at least she's not dating. It's weird that something so unhelpful is called AIDS. That's just something terrible named after something great. Like the Bare Naked Ladies. Who should be called AIDS. Thank you for your time.
Erik Bergstrom! Thank you, Erik! Yes! Thank you, Erik. You guys are a great crowd. Thanks for being here at Myrtle Comedy. Thank you guys. Give yourselves a round of applause. It's a light crowd, but you're an awesome crowd. You're an awesome fucking crowd. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Erik. That was great. I mean, come on. There's no better jokes in the biz. One more time for Erik, please. Keep it going. Hey, keep it going for yourselves. I'm Greg Johnson. Very happy to have this next guy here at Splitty. I love him. He used to live in Chicago, but Brooklyn's got him now. He moved to Brooklyn. Please get a good round of applause going. He's featured in the New York Times. He hosts every Sunday at Brooklyn's Knitting Factory. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep it going. The very funny Will Miles is here. Will, yeah,
Brooklyn, Vietnam. How dope is this ring? Make some noise. Yeah. I got this ring at a boutique shop in Brooklyn called Urban Outfitters. I'm excited about it. I like it here. Everybody else lives in Brooklyn, right? Yeah. You're from Cleveland, right? Yeah, hell yeah. Shout out to Ohio. I've ran through a lot of women there. I don't know, why not say it, right? That's what I do in my act every day. Why not say it? I like Brooklyn. I live in Bushwick right now. Bushwick is fun. I'm moving to Fort Greene, or I guess it's Borum Hill. I just wanted to be closer to where Jay-Z used to sell drugs. That's why I'm moving there. But right now I live in Bushwick. It's kind of dope. It's great. I like it. It's like half gentrified, and so am I, so like we get each other. It's kind of cool to walk outside of my house and just see all the gentrification process right outside my window. It's great. I walked out the other day. I saw two dudes in a fist fight. They may or may not have been Puerto Rican. They were Puerto Rican. And they were fighting. And they had no shirts on, and it was like 45 degrees, and they had tats everywhere. It was a great fight. I walked out. I saw that. I was like, holy shit, this is an awesome fight. Then I walked like a half a block the other way, and it had probably the best brunch I've ever had in my entire life. And that's Brooklyn gentrification to me. It's just great Puerto Rican fights and delicious lobster egg brunch. It's amazing. Have you ever had Benedict with lobster? Never mind. I digress. Anyway. Also, I saw another thing you don't get to see too often back home in Chicago. I saw a man argue with a policeman. It's very cool to see, because you don't get to see that at home because, you know, people die. So it's cool to just watch it out here. And the guy, he started with the cop by saying, "Fuck you." And I was walking by at the time with headphones on, and I heard a man yell to a cop, "Fuck you." And I was like, oh, wait, what's going on here? Let me go listen in real quick, see what's happening. What's the haps? And he kept going. He was like, "Hey, fuck you, dog. Fuck you. You think I don't know the law? You think I don't know the law? I know the law. If you walk across this street, I'll fuck you up." Said that to a cop. And I don't think that dude knew the law at all. Like even a little bit. I'm pretty sure I would have heard about that if that was a thing. "Will, did you rob that bank?" "Yeah, it's fine. I crossed the street. I got this. I know the law. Leave me be." It's fun. I like the law too. It's great. I don't follow it too often. I smoke weed every day. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, a little too engaged back there. A little too much woo. It's great. It actually ends a lot of my relationships in life. So it's not good for that reason. Like me and this girl broke up last year before I moved here. Well, I say we broke up. She says she moved to San Francisco and we never actually dated, but you know, she doesn't know what she's talking about. So we broke up, and she used to get mad at me because I have this ritual I do every day where I like to smoke a joint and go to the bank. It's one of my favorite things to do. Maybe you don't do it, but pick it up. If you don't have a habit, pick up the habit of smoking weed and going to the bank. Children out there in the world. I'm a teacher. It's kind of true. But I used to do it all the time. It's my favorite thing to do. She would get mad at me because, you know, I would smoke a joint, go to Bank of America. She would get mad because I don't belong to Bank of America at all. I just go there for the coffee and the conversation. Some nice people there in the security department. I like talking to Steve every now and then. Leave me alone, lady. And it's weird. I enjoy doing that every day. I would go to and get some coffee and put a little French vanilla in because I'm a little bit bougie. One time I was doing it though, and this little girl walks in. I think she was 12, but I don't know little girls' ages, happily. So, not quite sure what age she was, but she was short and she was a lot younger, it appeared. But she walked in on her scooter. That also made her look young. And she like had a scooter next to her, walks right up to me, and then just starts pointing at me like this, like, this dude right here. And I was like, what's going on? Why are you in here? You don't have a job. Leave now. And then she kept going. She was like, this dude got a little ass head and a fat ass body. And then she just scooted her way out of the bank like nothing was happening. And I was like, that's weird. She's kind of an evil person, and I tried to kick her. But it was weird for a lot of reasons. One reason it was weird, there was nobody else in the bank, and she said this dude like she was about to high-five a buddy of hers. But it was like, who are you high-fiving? You have no other friends here. I was like, maybe she's young enough to still have an imaginary friend, and yet old enough to be able to accurately describe my body type. Like, she was right, I just wasn't ready to hear it. It was a little too early for me at the time. A lot of times adults do the same thing. They describe you in the same way, but they cover it up with like a cooler way to say it, or like a different type of way to say it. Like a lot of times adults will look at me and be like, hey, Will, has anyone ever told you you look a lot like Forrest Whitaker, man? Which is not cool at all. That's actually the worst thing you can say to a human being. Because at first you're like, oh, Forrest Whitaker, great actor, that's awesome, I look like a famous actor. And then you remember that he is the ugliest actor in the world. And that is a non-compliment in the highest form. If you don't think I look like him now, I did lose a little bit of weight. I changed my hair around, and I fixed my eye. So it's been going a lot different for me since then. I'm on a lot more dates. I did go on one blind date. That was not so good. It was actually pretty horrible. A drunk girl set it up. A drunk friend of mine who happened to be a female set it up, and I could tell she was drunk immediately because she saw me in a bar and she was like, Will! And I was like, that Will was way too long. Slow down, what's going on? She was like, Will, I got the perfect girl for you to meet. She's beautiful and attractive. And I was like, those are the same thing. So she must look really good, I guess, huh? And then that's where it got weird, when I could tell she was super drunk because she was telling me things that she should have never told me. Because then she just looks at me and goes, yeah, you're going to love her. A couple times she shit her pants. I was like, wait, what? Why would that be important in the setup process? And she was like, yeah, and she had sex with like 2-3 cab drivers, but it was only to pay for the fare home. You were going to love her. And I was like, stop trying to sell me on this girl. I already said yes. Just give me a yellow car and some diapers and let's do this shit. I'm more than ready. I went on the date, why not? Within the first 20 minutes of the date, the girl told me the reason that she shit her pants that night was because she did too much cocaine. And I never asked about it at all. I was like, why did you just confirm that rumor about you shitting your pants? I never needed to know that was true. Now we're definitely not going to dinner, which was going to be Taco Bell. That's out of the question at this point. Can't do it. I did have to lie to a girl once. This is going to get a little edgy. I'm just kidding. Little edgy is my cousin, please. But I am part Native American, but so is every other black person. No, I did. I lied to a girl. I didn't mean to, but I felt like I had to. It was 2 a.m. Things were going really smooth, and it was 2 a.m. We had a drinks and Molly, so it was like a full date. And we're hanging out at the bar, and somebody comes in the bar and they kind of smell like weed. Usual thing. It happened here earlier with me and somebody back there. By the way, I do smoke, and I'm outside later. But they walked in smelling like weed, and this girl just looks at me, and she goes, ugh, you smell that? And I was like, yeah. She was like, ugh, I hate weed. And I was like, yeah. Me too. Hate the stuff. Wouldn't even know what strain that was. Definitely not sour diesel. But I lied to her. I didn't want to lie. I felt like I had to at the moment. I was doing too well. I didn't want to fuck it up. And I lied to her about that. And I also lied to her for 2 weeks. She believed I never smoked weed or said the N-word. And if you know me, those are like 2 of my favorite things to do. I actually wake up every morning and look in the mirror and go, All right, nigga, let's do this. Let's start this day. It's a very fun way to start your day. Try it out when, like, no black people are around. You know, when you're in the mirror, just have some fun with it. Say it in different ways. Use the hard R. I am in love now. I have a girlfriend. We've been together for like a year or whatever. My Facebook profile reads. But it's been great. It's fun. A lot of people, you ask around about love before you actually fall in love, and you try to figure out like ways to do it, and there's all these books and magazines about it. All of it's bullshit. Because I asked one friend like how he fell in love with his wife, and he was like, oh man, I met my wife at a church singles night. And I heard that and I was like, damn it, I'm never gonna fall in love. I'm screwed, I don't go to church or singles nights. I'm ruined. I actually knew I was in love in a different way. We were very stoned one night. That's it. Wouldn't it be cool if that was it? That's not it. We had weed popcorn, and weed popcorn is delicious and effective, so it's a little too much. And we had a lot, and we were crying in the bathroom is what I'm trying to get at. A lot of tears in the bathroom. So much fun. Gotta love weed popcorn. So we're hanging out in there in between the weeping. I knew it was love because I looked at her and I was like, hey, Julia, wouldn't it be kind of cool if my name was Thad? It's like a regular high thing to say. And then she looked at me and she was like, I was just thinking the same thing. And I was like, all right, this is love. I get it now. Totally understand it. I'm a big fan. I do go out on a lot of roles. I'll leave you with this. I am trying to act now. I'm doing a lot more acting. It's fun. And when I say that, I mean I go out for roles, but I land none of them. But it's a lot of commercial acting where I go in and they'll have me do like a line. And based on my look, I'm sure you can tell that I'm going out for a lot of roles that involve me being the black dude in commercials with this kind of hair, which is all of the commercials that you see on TV, like whether it's the dude behind the counter at McDonald's or the dude pushing the Staples cart. He has this hair and is this complexion. So I go for those roles all the time, and a lot of times you walk in and it's just one line where you go in and they'll be like, Will, do your line. And you go, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, and then they're like, all right, cool. But sometimes you go in and they ask you to not say a word at all. Like one time I went in and the lady looks at me and she goes, Will, all right, can you show us how you smile? And what I do when they ask that is I just go, because I don't know what part they want me for, but I want the part of like a 3-year-old white girl. Because she gets a lot of roles too, and I want some of her jobs as well. I did go on the worst audition ever not long ago. It was really sad. It was an audition to be the voiceover of a ghetto squirrel. And it was as bad as it sounds because I looked at the script and it was like, man, these nuts is crazy. I was like, all right. It's like, all right, I got this. I'll land this shit real quick and get famous. And I looked further and it said the weirdest thing. It said, what we're looking for is somebody like the zebra from Madagascar or the donkey from Shrek. It's Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy, weird way to describe a voice. Not even the weirdest part. The weirdest part, the next line just said, this squirrel didn't go to college. What the fuck? First of all, no squirrel went to college. That'd be pretty amazing. I would love that squirrel. All right, you guys have been fun. Thanks. I'm Lil Mouse. Peace.
Lil Miles, everybody, keep it going for it. Brooklyn's Lil Miles. Will, thank you for being here. Thank you, Will. No squirrel went to college. Make some noise for this next comic. How you doing? Good? How's everybody doing? Good? Make some noise as I introduce this next comic. Ladies and gentlemen, a friend of the show, very happy to have her here. She was recently #2 on iTunes. Her album is called Quality Notions. She performs all around Brooklyn. Ladies and gentlemen, Jacqueline Novak.
Thank you, Greg, and thank you, cameras. I'm not ashamed to acknowledge them. No, seriously, because you know what? I'm meant to live on film. I'm meant to be recorded for posterity. Wow, the teeth. I felt that. I like to wait until I'm on stage to take off my sweater because, you know. I kind of like to hang out in here just to get a little alone time to check in with me. women are afraid to be alone with themselves, you know. They only wear cardigans and zip-ups. Yes, I do have a body. Sorry. No, I know how it goes. It's a nightmare, you know. Oh, you know, you come here, you want to hear my ideas, my notions, you know. I got things to say, but, oh, God, you're so distracted, you know, by the woman's body that I carry with me. Can't help yourselves. I'm ashamed of it. I think it's, you know, a silly trifle thing. But you can't, you know, you can't take your eyes off. And that's why I say nothing of substance for the first couple minutes I'm up here, just to give you time to take it in, okay? Because I know you're not listening, you know. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. It is for an intellectual to have the body of a woman, okay? I mean, imagine, you got goals, you got dreams, you got things to say, you plan on being one of America's great minds, but every time you leave the house, you're forced to lug along this sack of sex potatoes. That is the woman's body, that's what it is. It's a sack of sex potatoes. You can't leave home without it. And everyone wants to know if potatoes are for sale, you know. No, they're not, boys. Nothing tonight. No potatoes tonight. Not frying up these babies for you, you know. Save your appetites for later. Get a mozzarella stick. Handle your yearnings alone. I like to eat. Sorry, again. No, because you know. Settle down, lady. Enough of your appetite. Congratulations. No. Sorry. Food is good, okay? Food is good. It's the one way to feel hugged from the inside out. Nothing feels more like an internal hug than pasta. It reaches deeper than the male does. The male is the male entrance to the female's body is a wee scratching of the surface. Let's get honest about these things. Pasta, that's a truck, you know, that's the anaconda. A bowl of penne loaded with sausage, that's the sausage, you know, that, fill me, thank you. Italian restaurants across the nation. I frankly am ashamed. You know, it's a nightmare to have my hair looking a little flat on the top. You know, I try to create volume. I do. I honestly try to create lift at the crown. You might not even realize it. It affects you, okay? You don't know what happens to you when you see. Look at this. Look at the difference right now. Just, you know, terrible, okay? Sex. Do you see it? Do you feel this is like, okay? This. Sex, and there's a reason, and it's evolution, okay? Back in the day, yes, okay? Back in the day, a young lady, you know, back in the barn, lying against the rough wood. They didn't have the plasticine materials we have these days. No, they didn't. It was all wood, it was all stone, rough-hewn materials. And when you had sex with a woman, okay, every time that you thrusted. Wait, no, it's that. That's it. Got it. Boom. You know. Okay. Every single time that you gave when you had to give, okay, the woman suddenly had volume. Do you see it? That's a woman penetrated by you. You know, that's the only way to see a reaction off her. She's not screaming. You know, this is where your penal movements are recognized. And you, surprise, you can't get enough, okay? It's all about, you know, what's the extension? And I'm not one of these women, okay? I'm not one of these women. I'm not one of these, you know, man, you know, man, okay, no. Oh, man, they don't know how to please me. You know, none of that. No, thank you. Okay, I'm not one of those, you know. Oh, he couldn't find this sweet spot if it was between the Cheetos and the remote. I'm not one of those women. No, I'm not, okay? I respect a woman's body is a mystery, okay? There's a lot going on. It's hard to pleasure us. And I hate that word pleasure. Isn't it so disgusting? Pleasure me. No, thank you. You know, now that you said it that way, no, thank you. I just want you to pleasure me. Can we get some harder consonants in that, please? Like get me or something. You know, do it. Like, I don't know, some pleasure. Pleasure me. Sorry, I didn't hear that. It didn't sound like English. It sounded like a worm finally spoke. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. The woman's body is tough. It's because the thing is, I mean, it's really just a matter of comparison. The male area, okay, it's very clear. You know where you're at. There's you know, the thing and then the other things below it. You know you're either in like penis or balls. Like it's sort of like you're traveling and you're like, I'm fully now in North America and now I'm fully in balls. But the woman's body it's Europe. It's fully Europe, where you moved your finger a millimeter and it hurts now. And I'm just crab crawling my way. Just up the headboard. You know what I mean? Just to lessen the pressure of your poking fingers. You know, provide a thigh. Grease up a thigh and say, here it is. You know, that's pleasuring a woman, saying, do it yourself here. I won't judge. That's what we all need. Oh, don't be afraid to applaud when you hear truth. Okay? Applause is not just for high kicks, okay? Sometimes it's for truth, even when it's couched in this titillating form. And, you know, sure, I obscure it in a t-shirt. Okay, because I think it's up to you to find the curves inside a rectangle, you know? Oh. Hello. I'm not one of these women that thinks doggy style, you know, is offensive, okay? No. You know, he's not looking at me. Ooh, I feel objectified. No, you know? I think the hound's way is one of the finest ways, historically and in all senses, really. I mean, the hound's way, it's the way of all mammals, you know? The only one not doing it that way is a plant, and no one finds what plants do sexy. Some people think, oh, I should look into the eyes of my lover. That's an immature kind of love, okay? Pitiful. Oh, you gotta stare at me, you know, us. Boom, and pathetic. Doggy style, okay? The hound's way, from now on think we should all refer to it. That's where two lovers, they look towards the future together. I've never understood why after the penis, okay? Why after it does its business, it doesn't retract into the body. Why are you out now? You're weak. Go home. For me, the penis is like a strange puppet in a puppet show. It comes out, it does its bit, but after its bit is over, it doesn't go back behind the puppet theater. It just hangs limp over the front while the show continues. Just lifeless and scaring the children with that eye looking at you, just saying, you know, help me. Remember me? Now I'm dead. Remember you used to love me? You thought I was it. You really thought I was it. Here I am. You know, no. You know, I respect it, of course. I've never expressed that to a lover. No one would want to see that, you know. All right, I think I'm gonna leave. Honestly, I'm not sure you can handle more from me. I mean, I know you loved it, and good night. Good night. I know you loved it, and good night. Thanks, Fred.
Jacqueline Novak, everybody. The best. Please keep it going for Jacqueline Novak one more time, everybody, please. Brooklyn's Jacqueline Novak. Quality Notions is her debut comedy CD. Thank you, Jacqueline. One more time for Jacqueline Novak, everybody, please. His debut film is out now on all platforms. It's called Adventures in Comedy. This guy's been on Comedy Central. He was recently on Netflix in Daredevil, that new series, and just a good friend of mine, a fantastic comedian. He's got a lot of CDs on iTunes, and he's just a freaking great comic. Ladies and gentlemen, please get loud if you would for your next comic. Ladies and gentlemen, Brooklyn, please welcome Tom McCaffrey.
What's up, guys? What's up, Brooklyn? You guys, you like my outfit? There's an explanation. I just came from shooting a rap video in 1997. Cool. That was worth wearing these. I'm only wearing these because there's two people in the back wearing sunglasses. Wow, big mistake saying that. They could not be showing that they're any less into the show. They're wearing sunglasses facing the other way. It's like, I get it. You're not into what I'm going to be saying. They're like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be seeing anything that happens. I have something in front of my face, and I'm staring out the window that's not facing you. I would rather stare at the bus parking than watch you follow your dream. I got nothing funnier than that shit. Now I'm just gonna do jokes. Okay. No, I got some really good jokes. They're really good. Knock, knock. No, that's a no. That was the joke. They're better than that. I like movies, right? You guys into movies? Yeah, pretty crazy, right? Being into movies. And I'm into weed too, so I'm writing a. Thank you. I don't have any. You guys got really excited, like I invented weed or something. But I'm writing a screenplay right now, and I'm trying to combine those two things, weed and movie. So I want to write like a weed movie. But I've noticed that weed movies are always comedies, right? They never break into any other genre weed movie. So I'm going to change that with my screenplay. I'm writing a weed horror movie. Yeah, it's called I Have No Idea What You Did Last Summer. You ever go to a store? I went to a store the other day and they didn't have what I wanted. You ever go to a store, they don't have what you want, they won't just fucking admit it, right? They'd be like, yeah, they don't make those anymore. I'm like, really? I think they still make toothpaste. Right? I think you just own a shitty store that doesn't have things. I'm going to start using that excuse when I don't have something. Like a girl will be like, do you have a condom? I'll be like, they don't make those anymore. I'll be like, they also don't make me paying for dinner anymore. They, I don't know if you read, they just shut the factory down. Yeah. God, I'm laughing the hardest at this. I actually went to buy condoms at the 99-cent store the other day. That's a bad move, right? You know it's a bad move because the condoms at the 99-cent store come with a free copy of the book, What to Expect When You're Expecting. They're like, you're going to need this. These condoms are made of toilet paper. I'd be like, I'm willing to make that gamble. To save 39 cents. The other day, a friend of mine came up to me and he told me he knew a secret and he couldn't tell me the secret, right? You ever have someone tell you they have a secret they can't tell you? All that basically means that you have to ask them to tell you the secret 3 times. Right? Like, they'd be like, I have a secret, I can't tell you. You'd be like, just tell me what it is. You'd be like, I'm not going to tell you. You'd be like, just tell me what it is. You'd be like, I'm never going to tell you. Just tell me. Okay, Steve's gay. But don't tell anyone. I'd be like, I won't, of course. I mean, unless they ask me 3 times. In which case, they'll have broken the code of secret telling. Right, you guys? Yeah, that's going pretty good. A TV station called me in, and they want me to pitch TV show ideas to them. And they said what's really hot right now are spin-offs of other popular TV shows. So do you mind if I bounce some of the spin-offs that I'm going to tell them next week? Cool, all right, sweet. The first spin-off I'm going to pitch is King of Queens, Miami. Yeah, and the next one is the Cosby Show Special Victims Unit. That's still relevant, right? That guy's a dick. I actually passed out the other night while watching the Cosby Show. I was like, man, that guy's so fucking sneaky. I was like, how the hell did he do that? That Cosby thing's fucked up, right? I'm really gonna go on a limb here. It's fucked up, man. If you take one thing away from my set, I don't like drugging and raping people. I'm not afraid to say it. What is it? He drugged and raped like 80 women. First of all, it's so obvious he did it because like whenever he's asked about it, he's like, I don't want to talk about that. That's not how you react to that. Right? Like when you don't drug and rape people, like you want to talk about it. Like when people say you drugged and raped them and you didn't do it, you're like, yeah, who said that? Like I didn't do that. Like that's fucked up that people are saying that. That's like if I was outside and someone got shot and murdered next to me and I didn't do it and the cops were like, everyone said you did it. And I was like, I don't feel like talking about that. Like, look, I'm not going to dignify that with an answer right now. I'd be like, no, who said that? I didn't do that. Like, let's work this out right now. It's not cool that people are saying this. I'm going to do some topical stuff. Did you guys see that movie Beethoven from 1991? You guys... Right? Finally, I'm the only one who has the balls to bring this shit up. I was thinking, like, there's a movie called Beethoven. Like, I don't know if you know what it's about. If you saw it, it's about, like, a shitty dog. And I was thinking, like, if you told someone you were going to see a movie called Beethoven and, like, they didn't know what the plot was and then you explained the plot, they would be, like, so confused. Right? That's like if I made a movie called Martin Luther King Jr. and it was just about a cat that ate its own diarrhea. People would be like, really? They don't touch on, like, the civil rights thing? I'd be like, no, that's what they named the cat. They're like, Martin Luther King Jr. is a movie, it's about a cat? Who's the star? I'd be like, Charles Grodin. Be like, yeah, they made 9 of them. They just keep getting shittier cats. I don't get Spider-Man, because what is the thing? All right, he gets bitten by a radioactive spider, and it gives him spider traits, but, like, the traits he gets aren't, like, things that spiders are known for. Like, he gets really big muscles, and he's great at fighting. Like, is that what spiders are known for? Like, I've never seen a spider and be like, oh my god, look at that spider's fucking arms. They're huge. And look at those punches he's throwing. He's like he's the most amazing fighter I've ever seen. And then what is the other thing? He has spidey sense. Do you know what that is? It's like if there's danger around, he's able to sense it and everything slows down. He's able to avoid it really quickly. Do spiders have that? Like, I've accidentally killed spiders by sitting down on them. I was like, oh, you should have used your spidey sense. I would have told you I was going to be sitting down in the next 10 minutes. I think it'd be funny, too, if at the end of the Spider-Man series, Spider-Man got killed in a spider-like way, right? Like some villain just hit him with a newspaper and then, like, washed him down the drain. You guys are good, but it's loud and then zero immediately. This is my impression of you guys. Ha ha! Okay, what else? Okay. Sorry, I gotta get out of here. I have to get out of here, you guys. I have to go stand in the back for 2 hours. That's my big joke I do every time I do a fucking set. Because it's true. Like, you know, comedians like, I gotta get out of here. And then 3 hours go by and then you see them just drunk in the corner. You're like, I think I have to get out of here. Because like I meant I had to walk 10 feet and do nothing. I'm dating a girl right now. And we're doing this thing where we're making lists of celebrities that it's okay for us to have sex with if the opportunity arises. Clearly a very healthy relationship. Yeah, I haven't finished making my list yet because I've been too busy trying to get my girlfriend's sister and her best friend record deals. And also I'm producing a movie starring a girl I saw on the train this morning. She's like, I'm not even an actress. I'm like, shut up, you're gonna be a star. Thank you very much. Good night. Greg Johnson, here he is. Thanks, buddy. Ugh.
Tom McCaffrey, everybody, keep it going, bro. Tom McCaffrey, Brooklyn's own. Adventures in Comedy is his movie. Keep it going one more time for Tom McCaffrey. Thank you, Tom, for being here tonight at Splitty. Thank you. You guys, thank you very much for being here. My name is Greg Johnson. We do this show every single Thursday, and I'm really happy to have you guys here, Brooklyn represented tonight. Please give it up for all the comics that you saw tonight. One last time. Please stay and hang out. My name is Greg Johnson. We're doing this show again next Thursday. We have an awesome lineup next Thursday. I love you. I mean it. I love you.